Hello, welcome to the fourth lesson. And this is the last lesson of the Big Data module. Okay. Today we are talking about insights and action plans based on the results. Okay. So let's start with the introductory video. We will have three videos for this lesson. I hope you enjoy and learn. Well, the learning objective is to develop action plans based on data and establish evaluation methodologies. Okay. We will cover those topics: human-generated insights, advanced analytics, and using artificial intelligence models to help dive deeper into the numbers, planning tasks, hours, and deadlines, and then action and monitoring, tracking, or evaluation. Well, first of all, what's an insight? Okay, an insight is a perception. It's some kind of intuition that you are seeing in the graphs, in the statistics that give to you an idea of how to implement improvements based on the data that you are watching. Okay, so key aspects of an insight is that when we are extracting conclusions and ideas based on that insight that we have seen, we should be rigorous. Okay, and that insight, it's important to be truthful, okay, and actionable. Okay? And it's important that we dive deep into the root cause that we are trying to fix or to improve. Okay, and to clarify that effect is related to the cause that we are pointing to. Okay, and it's important to take into account that it's not the same causality than correlation. In the next slide, we will learn more about that. Okay, and an insight should often provide competitive advantage. Okay, well, let's see this diagram or this image in order to better understand what's causation or causality and what's correlation. Okay, so here we see the sun, okay, which is causing directly an ice cream sales increase, okay, or rise. Okay, it's hot. There's a lot of sun. It's the temperature is hot, so this is causing an ice cream sales rise. Okay, and also we are in July or August in Spain, and this sun is causing directly sunburn rate to rise. Okay, so people are burning or sunburning more often due to the sun. Okay? But if you track the sunburn rate and the ice cream sales, you will notice that they are following the same graph or almost the same growth or quite similar between them. Okay, so they are moving together. But if we are selling ice creams, okay, in I don't know, in January we are doing a promotion and we are selling tons of liters of ice cream sales. This is not this will not cause a sunburn rate increase. Okay, so they are not affecting each other, right? So this would be the ice cream sales and sunburn rate in summer would be a correlation example, okay? Because both are moving together, but they are not affecting each other. Okay, and causality, like the sun, it's causing sunburn rate to increase, and the sun is causing ice cream sales to rise in the summer, are a relation of causality. Okay, because A directly causes a change in B. Insights can have several classifications or categorizations. In our case, we are dividing them into four types of insights. Okay, the first one is descriptive. What happened? Okay, we can see it on a dashboard, on a history, on a graph. We can see what is happening or what has happened. Okay, Then, after the descriptive insight, we should move to the diagnostic. Okay, so why? We know that our sales have decreased 20% in the last 3 months. Okay, so we know the descriptive insight, but why did it happen? Which is the root cause, or which aspects are causing these bad sales results? Okay, so we should use diagnostic insights. Then predictive. Okay, so we are watching that our stock is decreasing due to a sales increment. Okay, so we are seeing that we are producing 20 units per day and we are selling 30 units per day, and we have a stock of 70 units in the warehouse. So we can predict that in less than 10 days, probably in 7, 8 days, we will be running out of stock to deliver to the customers the units that they are purchasing, because we are producing 10 units per day less than we have being sold. Okay? So this would be a type of predictive. Okay? What will happen? We could focus on statistical models and also some machine learnings in order to have some predictive maintenance, for example, in order to predict when a machine is going to fail due to track records or historical data. Okay, and then the other one is the prescriptive insight. Okay, it's okay. Well, we know that something happened, why it happened, what is gonna happen if we don't change nothing. So, what should we do? Okay, which are our action plan, or which are the key recommendations, or could we simulate some scenarios in order to make a decision? And another classification, it's we have human insights and advanced analytics or artificial intelligence insights. Okay, so what makes humans or people different than machines? The emotional intelligence. Okay, we feel emotions, we have empathy from another person, or we are able to feel um, motivation or happiness or other emotions that you will have a better overview into the fourth module about communication, change management, and leadership, and yeah, the other one I don't remember which one was. Uh, okay, so emotional intelligence could be both a strength and a weakness of human insight. Okay, then strengths from human insight, it's the intuition. Okay, a machine cannot have intuition. A machine has been trained with statistical models, so it's good to identify trends, patterns, and take actions based on data. Okay? But humans, we could have some intuition that move to a correct to a right action or not. Also, the experience, it's very important. If you are an expert on the automotive sector, based on your background and your experience, you could predict what is going to happen because you have already lived it. Okay, so the experience, it's a strength of human insights. Okay, then originality and creativity, for sure. We are, as humans, we can develop new ideas, fresh ideas, to do some systems thinking, like we told. Yeah, well, systems thinking is the fourth skill into the fourth module, okay, that I was missing. Well, the originality and creativity of a human mind, it's incredible, and we can have uh, very interesting and seemingly disparate ideas that can result in a good or bad implementation. Okay, and then contextualization. We understand the company, the department, our teammates, our customers. All of that contextualization, it's key also to make decisions. Okay, but human generated insights are more time consuming than the ones generated by artificial intelligence. Okay? They could be biased due to their own interest, or based on previous or past experiences. They could be biased to think that it's going to behave in the same way, the scenario, and sometimes could be true but not always. Okay, so that bias, it's also something to take it into account, and it has higher costs of labor costs to develop human insight than artificial intelligence ones. Okay? Regarding to the steps for generating human insight, okay, or just insight. Saying human insight is a bit weird, okay? So we should observe data, apply critical thinking, and also use our experience and our knowledge of the domain or field of expertise where we are moving, okay? And interpret or recognize some patterns, explain causes, predict the outcomes, and drive decisions. Okay, so the steps in this case for human-based insights would be: first, understand the context. Okay, where are we moving? What is happening now? Okay, so it would help to frame data inside context and define some hypotheses. Okay, so I make some assumptions, or I define this hypothesis that then I should validate. Okay, so the sales of this car are decreasing every month. Okay, so I define the hypothesis. It could be because the price is high. It could be because the competence has launched a new model which is related to this one but has newer technologies. Or another assumption could be that we are having quality issues that are affecting our branding or our brand image. Okay, could be some hypothesis that you should validate then during the exploratory analysis. Okay, so there manually we will explore data, okay, data graphs and the statistics and some of the visuals in order to identify some patterns and anomalies that validate our assumptions or hypotheses. Okay, then once we have explored data, we should recognize some patterns and trends and irregularities. Okay, maybe we have not considered that we are having a huge margin in that car, which is above the average in our company and also in the market, and we should reduce the gross margin of that car. Maybe it's a new hypothesis that we can see during the pattern recognition. So the hypotheses are set, but we could add new ones, okay, and validate each one. Then, once we have recognized the patterns, and we should interpret or see what's happening there directly, okay, and use the cause effect relation that I told you, and through storytelling, that we will see it in another slide, to tell what's happening, which is your recommendation, okay, or your facts that you are, or the evidences that you are being discovering, okay, or that you have discovered. And then it's important to refine that insight with the team, okay, and share some analysis, discuss, and with that into account, take actionable conclusions. Okay, so based on that data that we have analyzed and the insights that we have generated, it's time to move to some action plan and some decisions. Okay, guided for sure by our intuition and ethics. Okay, which is very important, and machines, at least now, they don't have ethics and moral.